Welcome back to my channel Whiteboard e-learning. Dear student, today we'll discuss about under the chapter motion in a straight line. These are the topics today. Lecture flow will be like that: uniformly accelerated motion and relations of uniformly accelerated motion, only graphical method, but I will show you the calculus method also. But in this academic session you have only graphical method according to CBSE. So first of all we focus on the uniform accelerated motion. So what is uniform accelerated motion? If a body undergoes constant acceleration, then we can say the body is uniform accelerated motion. And in this segment, in these situations of motion, the body's velocity changes. The increment or decrement of the velocity will be equal in equal interval of time. So this is a special kind of motion where acceleration always be constant. One of the realistic example of uniformly accelerated motion is a body falling freely towards the center of the earth, that is on the ground of the earth. So this example can be taken as the uniformly accelerated motion. Each and every second the body's velocity increases, that is the g 9.8 meter per second. Each and every second the velocity increases, that is 9.8 meter per second. So in this uniformly accelerated motion, some equations are there. So that is a v is equal to u plus at, s is equal to ut plus half at square, and v square is equal to u square plus 2as. So these are the equations related to the uniformly accelerated motion. Actually, if we want to deduce this formula, there are so many methods. Okay, before going to the method, we have to know about what is u, v, t and a. So you know u is the initial velocity. V is the final velocity. A, acceleration. T, time. Mind it, this time is that time for what time the force is applied on the body and acceleration was there. So that time is the time here. And S, displacement. S is the displacement. It will not be distance, always it will be displacement. So u, v, a, t, s already we have covered. So each and every segment of the answer sheet, if you hesitate to write down u, v, a and t and s, in that space you can write down symbols have their usual meanings. Okay, now the methods, how to deduce this formula. There are so many methods. One of the method will be analytical method. Number second method will be calculus method. Number third method will be graphical method. So we will not adopt analytical method here. Calculus method will apply here. Graphical method also apply here. But now for that 2021 academic session, the CBSE board has told only graphical method will adopt. Okay. Dear student, don't avoid the calculus method. If you learn the calculus method, so many numerical problem it will come, then you can face it and solve it. So don't skip it. So learn it, but it will not come in this session. Graphical method will come, but don't skip it. V is equal to u plus at. This formula we have to deduce. First of all, we are following calculus method. Acceleration is equal to, we know, delta v by delta t. In very short interval of time, delta v will be equal to dv and delta t will be equal to dt. So a is equal to dv dt. dv is equal to a dt. Now the body at t is equal to 0, at t is equal to 0, the body's velocity, suppose u, after applying the force at time t, the velocity changes to v. Okay, this is the body. So at that time t is equal to t. So if we apply the integration in both sides, then the velocity changes from u to v. So write u to v and the time 0 to t. So we can write here dv's integration will be v, integration of dx will be x. So integration of dv will be only v. Then put the limit, then a will be constant. Here uniform accelerated motion means a is constant. So t, so integration of dt will be t, and then put the limit, that is 0 to t. Now v, upper limit minus lower limit, put the upper limit here, next put the lower limit, is equal to a, put the upper limit, lower limit, then v minus u is equal to at. So it will be v is equal to u plus at. Okay, so from, if you want to deduce this formula, you have to remember this formula, what is a is equal to dv dt. If you want to deduce the formula s is equal to ut plus half at square according to the calculus method, then you have to take this v is equal to delta s by delta t. If delta t is very small, then we can take is dt, and then it will be ds by dt. Okay, ds is equal to v dt. So ds is equal to, in the place of v we can write, few minutes ago I have deduced v is equal to u plus at. Okay, so u plus at into dt. Now integrate both sides, and the same things are here. Body was at initial time t is equal to 0, the velocity is u. After time t, that is t is equal to t, the velocity changes to v, and at that time it displacement was s. So at initial time it is integration on dt, so put the time here, t is equal to 0 and t is equal to t. At t is equal to 0, what was the integration? We have to write here on s. At it was also 0 and it will be s. So we can write here integration of ds, that is s, put lower limit and upper limit. Here separately integrate it, so it will be u dt, so it will be u dt plus at dt, is not it? U dt plus at dt, 0 to t, and it will be 0 to t again. So what is the integration of u? U is the constant here, because in this segment what was the initial velocity that we have taken, that is constant. So it will be u. So we only integrate the dt part, so it will be t, 0 to t plus a t dt, that means t square by 2, integration of x to the power n plus 1 by n plus 1. This formula we have applied here. Now it will be 0 to t. So we get u, upper limit minus lower limit, again a by 2, upper limit minus lower limit. So it is equal to ut plus half at square. So that is s here. Okay, so again we got the formula s is equal to ut plus half at square. You can see previous formula we have applied, that was a is equal to dv dt, and finally second formula we have used v is equal to ds dt. But you can see in this formula, final formula, there is no term containing t, no term containing t. So this formula we cannot use, we are unable to use this formula also. So here we have to use one trick. So finally a is equal to, we have to modify this formula dv dt. So dv dt, dv dt and ds by ds. So actually we can write dv by ds, ds by dt, and you know v is equal to ds by dt, so put here that is v, so v dv ds. So now a is equal to dv ds. That is one important formula in this chapter. So remember it. You remember A is equal to dv dt. You also remember v is equal to ds dt. And this formula you have to remember. A is equal to v dv by ds. You can see there is a formula, that is a relation in between A, v, s without t. No term containing t, because we have derived this formula, that's why we have omitted the term t. Now from this equation we can write v dv is equal to a ds. Okay, integrate both sides, and here also velocity, if the distance, the derivative of s changes from 0 to s, it changes from u to v. Now it will be v square by 2, lower limit, upper limit. Here a is a constant, then integration of ds is equal to s, lower limit, upper limit. So it will be v square, the upper limit, put the upper limit here, v square minus lower limit here, upper limit minus lower limit by 2, a upper limit minus lower limit. So it will come out as as is equal to v square minus u square by 2. So we can write v square minus u square is equal to 2as. Okay, you got the formula. V square is equal to u square plus v square minus u square is equal to 2as. So this formula we have deducted from calculus method. So here these formulas are very important. You can see A is equal to dv dt, v is equal to ds dt, a is equal to v dv by ds. This formula actually the formula of motion. But what I have deduced here, v is equal to u plus at, s is equal to ut plus half at square, v square is equal to u square plus 2s. This formula only applied for the uniformly accelerated motion. But other motions except accelerated motion, then we can use this formula, a is equal to dv dt. These formula are applicable for all type of motion. But v is equal to u plus at, the formula we have deducted here, only applied for the uniformly accelerated motion. So keep it in mind. Now for the graphical method. Graphical method. V is equal to u plus at, s is equal to ut plus half at square, v square is equal to u square plus 2as. Okay, so first v is equal to u plus at. That's why we have to draw the vt graph. T, that is v, and uniformly acceleration graph. So if you have not the idea about the vt graph of acceleration, uniform acceleration, then go to the previous video I have posted here. Then it will be like that. That means there is initial velocity. This is the initial velocity, that is u here, and this is the final velocity. So this is v here. Okay, and now we have to drop one perpendicular. We have to drop one perpendicular, and this is u, this is u. So okay, so this graph, if we name it, suppose O, A, B, C and D. Okay, if it is u, it will be also u. If it is v, final velocity, then it will also v. If it is t, time, so it is t, it is also t. Okay, so what will be this, the cb or bc? Bc will be v minus u. Okay, from, if we want to find out the acceleration from this graph, from the vt graph, what was the formula? Acceleration, actually the slope of the vt graph will indicate the acceleration. So acceleration, that is the slope of the vt graph indicates acceleration. So acceleration we can write. So here one triangle is needed, so we are taking this triangle. that is C, B and D. So CV is equal to V minus U and this is T. Okay, this is T. And this is 90 degree. This is 90 degree. So from this triangle, if we want to find out the slope, then the formula slope is equal to tan theta. So tan theta is equal to perpendicular by base. So here perpendicular is equal to BC, that is B minus U, and base is equal to T. So we can write A is equal to V minus U. So we can write here V minus U is equal to AT, that is V is equal to U plus AT. So we have proved. Here also we have taken the same graph, that is the VT graph, and that is the uniform acceleration graph, and it is U. We have to deduce here S is equal to UT plus half AT square. So area under VT graph indicates what? I have already told all these things in the graphs. So it will indicate nothing but the displacement. So area under curve, so that means it will indicate the displacement. So area, we have to find out the area. We know the area of the trapezium, there is a formula, area of trapezium, that is half of the summations of the two parallel sides. Suppose here parallel sides is equal to this one is V, this one is V, and this one is U. So U plus V into the height. So what is the height of the two parallel sides? So it will be the height of the two parallel sides, that is T. It is also T. If it is T, then it will be also T. We have named it O, A, B, C and D. Okay, so it will be T. So if we write, so S is equal to the area under curve. So we are finding out, so area under curve is equal to S is equal to half of U plus V into T. So half of U, and we know V is equal to U plus AT again into T. So half of 2U plus AT into T, that means UT plus half AT square. So we have found out the second formula, S is equal to UT plus half AT square. Okay, third one is left. So V square is equal to U square plus 2S. In this, to reduce this formula, we will use one trick. The previous, when I have deduced this formula according to the calculus method, you have seen in this equation T is omitted. So here also we have to omit the T. If we omit the T, then this formula will come out. So now here also S term is there. So I can write here area under curve according to VT graph. So S is equal to half of the area of the trapezium U plus V into T. So here is the term containing T. So if you eliminate the term containing T by any other values UV, then it will work. So according to the first equation, we can write V is equal to U plus AT. So T is equal to V minus U by A. Okay. So put this here. So S is equal to half of U plus V into V minus U by T. So S is equal to half of V plus U, V minus U. So V square minus U square by T. So here V square minus U square is equal to, so then it will be A. It will be A. So it will be also A. So V square minus U square will be 2AS. So V square is equal to U square plus 2AS. So now It is proved. So V is equal to, finally we can write V is equal to U plus AT, S is equal to UT plus half AT square, and V square is equal to U square plus 2AS. Actually these equations of motions are valid everywhere, but for specially if we take the body is under vertical motion, under gravity, the body is moving downward or going upward, under gravity, under uniform acceleration, that is the under gravity, then we can transform this equation. V is equal to U plus minus GT. It will also be plus minus here according to, if acceleration is there, so plus, if retardation is there, that will be minus. It will be H, there will be height, so UT plus minus half GT square. Here G is the acceleration due to gravity, which will be taken as 9.8 meter per second square, and it will be transformed into V square is equal to U square plus minus 2GH. Okay, so if the body is moving upward, then G will be taken as negative. If the body is moving downward, then G will be taken as positive. Okay, so now we'll solve one numerical problem according to this formula. Okay, now there is a numerical problem according to this chapter. A stone is dropped from a top of a tower of 400 meter high, and at the same time another stone is projected upward vertically from the ground with a velocity of 100 meter per second. Find when and where the two will meet. So for that you have to draw one figure. Suppose this is the ground, one that is dropping down with that is it is actually 400 meter high. Okay, and A is dropping down, and I don't know where they will meet. So let the two particle will meet after t second of journey. So at the t second it will descend, and it will the particle B was projected upward vertically with the U, their U is equal to 100 meter per second. So one is dropping down, so under gravity, so here you have to take the G as positive, and one is going upward, it is against the gravity, so you have to take minus G. So here let two particles will t seconds of journey, so A is moving down, so I think it will drop down H1, so UT plus half GT square, that is the formula. G we have taken as positive, so U will be taken here 0 because it just a stone is dropped. When that stone is dropped means U is equal to 0, so it will come out as H1 is equal to half GT square, and H2 means I don't know where they will meet, but I have told at H2 height from the below level they will meet. So it will UT minus half GT square. Here U is equal to 100 meter per second. Okay, so right here H2 will be equal to 100 into T minus half GT square, because negative sign came here due to it is going against the gravity. So now according to the formula, H1 plus H2 will be equal to 400 meter. So this equation 1 and this equation 2, if we add, then we'll get 400 equal to half GT square plus half 100T minus half GT square. So it will be T is equal to 4. Okay, T is equal to 4. Then if in any equation 1 or equation 2, if you put T, then you get the height from upper level or lower level, whatever may be, you get the value. Now if we put here in the equation 1, then we get H1 is equal to half G, that is 9.8. Don't put 10 here, dear student, mind it. If it is not specified any value of the G, then put 9.8. If specified or given or supplied by the question paper, G is equal to 9.8 or G is equal to 10, whatever may be, you put that. But if it is not specified, if nothing is specified, then put only 9.8, don't put 10. And there half g into t square, so it will be 4 square, 8.4 meter. So when they will meet, at the 4 second of journey they will meet, and where they will meet, when and where they will meet, they will meet at 78.4 meter from the top of the tower, okay. Thank you for watching my video. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe my channel for next upcoming videos.